Just making sure everything is good and things are coming in. Oh, okay, cool. All right, so we're live. Just make a couple. Excuse me. I'm like. So let's go ahead and send out the announcements here. Okay, so what we'll do. Oh, hope everybody's having a good time. Just sending out the announcements here that we're going live. Probably should have done that before we got started, but whatever. So let's grab some music and then we'll get going. This is what we did last week. Last Tuesday night, we sculpted the chest, the body, the head, all of this. Everything you see right here was done. And then like right after I got finished with it, my wife was like, yo, those eyes aren't right. They're too close together. And as much as I don't want to admit she's right, she's right. So we're going to have to fix that a little bit. But let's turn on this music. Well, I am sorry for that. That's got to be really loud. Or at least the music is usually really loud. Something like that's probably fine, I guess. All right, so here we are. So we do need to fix these eyes just a little bit. And then I'm going to have to pull out something like there. Okay, cool. So there's where the eye should stop. And we can... Oh, no. Okay, why is the eye just so big? Maybe we just shrink the eye down. Like, shrink it down a bit. That's fine. And something like that, I guess. I don't know. Anime head is... you know what? Screw it. We'll leave it in place. I'm not going to fix the eyes. I'm okay with them being like this. If they don't look right, they don't look right. That's okay. I could go, but I already did so much work with the eyebrows and stuff that I don't want to fix it. So, just not going to fix it. Yeah, just not going to fix it. Okay. All right, but tonight we are going to be sculpting with, sculpting the legs, feet, and all that jazz. So, let's go ahead and pull up some references for MMA fighter legs, and then we can turn on speed sculpt and get working with it. Hope you guys are doing all right. Yeah, there we go. That looks like a pretty good reference. Sorry, I just had like an oatmeal cube. Like I got oatmeal stuck in the back of my throat. All right, so we have this, and we need to put an MMA butt. And legs and stuff. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Just gotta get your reference images in here. Nah. Hey, Abdo. Welcome to the stream, man. How you doing? All right, this was the Asian MMA fighter that I used as reference last time. Yeah. All right, that's good, I guess. How is the music microphone mix, Abdo? Is everything good? I don't really change the settings often, but I just want to make sure that things are going well. Derpity derp. Welcome to the stream. Cool sculpt. Thanks, man. Oh, I'm good, and I'm glad it sounds good. All right, so tonight, okay, I gotta find a reference image for like Male MMA legs. Oh, there we go. That's what I needed right there. Absolutely. Cool. So they're, you know, their butt's not going to be too crazy. But it will come out a little bit. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go create this on the origin, and we will add in a cube. Now, for the cube, we'll just move this up, something like that, and then look at it from the side and maybe pull that back a bit. All right, so that is roughly the size that we need. Let's go ahead and scale this down on the z-axis. Right about there, Control A, apply the scale. And I think that'll probably be the groin area. That looks about right as far as groin area proportions and junk. I don't want to create weird anime body proportions, but okay, so it looks like from the belly button to the bottom of the groin is one head. So if the belly button is like here, that's what I'm assuming, then what I need is, where's my head duplicate? And this will help us just place things. So the head is there. Well, I mean, we really haven't been following this along too nicely or too closely. Because like if we were really gonna do it, right, then oh, that's about accurate. Okay, cool. So we got that one, and then it's roughly accurate to there, so roughly accurate. So maybe scale that a little bit, just like that. Or, you know what, let's mark it. Crap. Okay, well, I just don't want to, like, mess up the head proportion or placement in case. So it was, like, there. In case we gotta go back and do it again. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now we gotta make a butt. We gotta make a butt. We gotta make some legs. It's gonna be real easy though. Alright, cool. So we won't create it on the origin. We'll create it as a mirror. And we want to go ahead and we'll call this, what, I guess, butt. Yeah, I don't know why I love that. This song we found a couple of weeks ago in a stream. So, yeah, the forearms are pretty difficult. Thankfully, right now, we're just in the blocking out stage and not doing, like, super, super fine detail. So, we're good. Jordan, welcome to the stream, man. How you doing today? All right, so let's go ahead and add in some legs here. There we go, and scale these down. And I'm gonna actually want, it to be like that. We'll rotate those out slightly. Actually, probably shouldn't be rotated out at all. And then maybe take that down. Like that. I feel like that's probably good. Maybe scale that up a bit. You know what? Here's what we do. We're gonna add in a UV sphere here. And that's basically the size of our head, which makes sense. So let's go ahead and just mark this out real quick. So there's like 2 heads. Switch to annotate line. And then we can move this down. And there's like 3 heads. And let's move that up just a bit, because here's head number 4, which actually means that that should go up a bit. Something like that. And then he's got a bit of his booty out. That's fine. What game engine am I going to use? Actually, Jordan, this won't be for a game. This is just actually just a sculpting tutorial, or just like hanging out sculpting characters and maybe doing clothing and stuff as a chance for you guys to see some workflow experience, and then for me to get some practice in, since my day job requires that I do software and I don't get a lot of time to practice just in general. So we're not going to be turning this into a game. We are just going to be creating this character and then probably rigging him and posing him, and maybe I'll do a small little animation with it if I really feel like it, but for the most part this is just like character creation junk. Alright, cool. So there's 6 heads, right? So we got like 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 takes us to just about the knee. Ooh, that means the hands gotta come down a bit. That arm's gotta come down a bit. So. Yeah, alright. Well, this will get us kind of like close, whatever. That would have been helpful if I had actually done like this measurement beforehand. We're gonna definitely have to make those arms a bit longer, but oh well. All right, and then what, 7.5, right? So there's ultimately where the feet are gonna end. Army Hat, welcome to the stream, girl. How you doing? It's been a while. Do I have any modeling tutorials, Joshua? Yes, I do. Welcome to the stream, man. You can check out my channel. We got a couple of different ones. Primarily, like, my beginner modeling course is based off like the tools, because I have a philosophy that if you don't know the tools, then you won't actually be able to model anything. But if you know what the tools are and how they are used, then you can model anything out there. So I've got a bunch of different courses on, or a bunch of different videos on the specific tools that Blender has to offer. And then I've been doing some walkthrough videos on creating basic weapons at the moment. And then coming out this Thursday, we've got a character creation course, the next video in that, which is sculpting the eyes. So we do have some modeling tutorials out there. It's mostly weapons though. And honestly, those were created like when I first started my YouTube channel about 2 years ago. So they're still good. They're still good, but I've learned a lot since then. So they're not the best, is what I'll say. I keep thinking maybe I'll go back and do another like beginner modeling Blender course, but right now we're like character creation is where we're at. So, but yeah, welcome to the stream. Check out the channel. There are some of those videos there. Hope they help. So yeah, man, no problem. No problem. Army, you're rushing to a friend's birthday, get a friend's birthday present. Ooh, what are you getting them? Or what are you doing like a coloring for them, or like an art piece, or like, did you make something else? So, and Jordan says, you're working with NDI and there's a plugin for Unity Engine from NewTek. Huh. What is NDI? And you know what? The only game engine I really have experience with is Unity. So that's awesome that they have a plugin for it. But I would use Blender to Unity was like my workflow when I was back in the teaching game dev days. All right, so something like that. You're writing a short story for him, for his character in your novel. Ooh, you're writing a novel? Army, why have you kept this quiet? My wife and I are writing a novel too. It's gonna be really cool. There we go. All right, and we can go ahead and apply. Okay, well, we'll save. That's probably important. All right, so let's go ahead and work on this torso section here. Make sure that we've got the scale applied, and then let's jump over to sculpting. You're all on page 55 of a Word doc. You just barely reached the halfway point. Okay. You have half an hour. You have half an hour. Wait. Oh, your novel's only on 55. I was like, wait a second. You have half an hour to write 55 more pages? Girl, you're either the fastest typer or you're insane. But that makes sense if you're writing a short story for him, for his character in your novel. Okay. Yeah, you should. I mean, you should bring it up. Definitely keep us posted. I'm always like, I always love finding out what you guys are up to. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll just inflate this junk. Can you pre-order our? Yeah, well, we'll let you know. I'll make an announcement in the Discord for sure. But right now, she just, like, we've been doing a lot of world building lately with it. And so, like, just kind of setting up how things are going to run and how the universe is working. And essentially what we're doing is we're writing, like, it was a universe concept that I came across that I was reading a fan fiction about. And it was like, what if two different magic systems existed in the same world and they were different communities? Like what if Hogwarts met like a harder magic system and they didn't really know about each other? Like what would happen in that case? So it's gonna be pretty cool. The eventual plan is to, like, we're writing a light novel and then we want to turn it into like a comic or a manga, and then turn it into an animated series that my company that currently runs my YouTube channel is going to produce. But I'll keep you guys posted. I'm really excited about it. Gosh, okay. Let's do something like this. It's probably fine. Bring that down. Look at some hips. That's not what I want. There we go. That's what I'm looking for right there. That is the most awkward thing I've ever looked up for a for a reference image. But I want to get these hips right, so, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Gosh, it's just so awkward. It's only awkward if you make it awkward. All right. Derp says, it's a pretty genius idea. Blending and breaking up genres is always the start of innovation. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like, we've done a lot of world building on it, like, to the point where that's all we did on Saturday was just talk about the universe and how it was going to work. And she would just tear holes in my theories, which is brilliant, right? Like, that's what we need to make it work better. All right, so let's go ahead and join these together. We'll union them. Perfect. All right. But yeah, she would just tear holes in my theories. And my brain hurt. Like, after we had talked about it for so long, like, my brain it hurt. I was done. There was only so much more I could think about stuff, and I was out. But I'm really excited. I will definitely keep you guys posted as we go forward, and then eventually we'll make the announcement. We're hoping to have the book done and edited, and trying to find a publisher by the end of the year is the goal. So we'll see if we pull that off. Two copies for you. All right. All right. All right. Gosh. Okay. Like, I want to get this butt right, because the last butt I did was, like, it was okay, but it wasn't great. And I don't know. I don't want to be a guy that can't sculpt a butt, you know? I just feel like if I'm going to be a digital artist and I'm going to keep making tutorial videos and eventually animated shorts and stuff, I've got to be a guy that can sculpt a butt. Check my Discord DM. Ah, okay. Interesting. So how would you use that in Unity together, Jordan? Men's butts are supposed to be more square and women's are supposed to be more round. Well, not according to the reference images right now that I've got up of Asian dudes' butts. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Gosh. Yeah, definitely can't put these on stream. I just want like an art. Maybe I should type in art reference instead of. And see if I get something better than what I had. Not really. They sport the lower back and thighs. The side of the glutes are interesting how they concave in. Yeah, we'll see. I don't want you to be standing pose, dude. I just want you to like exist. Can you just like give me just standing up straight? Full frontal to the camera. That's what I'm looking for. On the plus side, I didn't. Ah, there we go. That's exactly what I need. Thank you very much, Pinterest, with the Asian dude pen. It's better than my hands. That's some shade, Army. That's some shade. My hands got better. My hands have definitely gotten better. But notice that he still doesn't have hands. I'm not doing that yet. All right, how are we gonna blend this together? So we're gonna do a couple of things, I guess. I want this to kind of connect like this. So that should. Ooh, that is not what we want here. I want that to kind of like connect in because that should be the continuation. And actually, we can probably pull this up a little bit. Makes capturing the screen or OBS a video maker. Oh, okay. Interesting. Reread that word, yaoi, not mine. You know what? I did reread it. I just wasn't sure if you changed it. So I was just gonna be like, I was just gonna ignore it. Because if I just can't read, then I just can't read. Ali RZ Gaming, welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight? Alright, so then there's this like hip muscle like that. Alright, now show me your butt. There we go. Call me out on it. No insults here. Alright. Alright, well, I appreciate you not insulting my hands, but you are right. It is definitely better than yaoi hands. Okay. This will turn out good eventually. I promise, guys. I promise. Alright. I need to go back on my... Go back on a couple reference images here. I wonder if this is what I could look like if I just stopped eating as much. Like, you ever do that? You ever just like look at art reference images and go, I could look like that if I stopped being myself. Because that's what I do, like, all the time here. Alright, let's push this in a little bit. He ain't that bootylicious. Is there any way to animate your character by moving your own body? Yes, Ali RZ, there is. So the way that you do that, you would need the like CGI rig. Basically, just like get yourself a body suit and put like ping pong balls all over it, where you would put bones and stuff, and then you basically can record that. And then there's a process that you can do, which I don't know how to do, but there is a process that you can do where you can basically take that footage and then run it through a simulation and then like overlay that animation that you did like physically onto your rig. It's just motion capture. So as someone who's lost, gained, and now working on losing 100 pounds, I too struggle to put the cheeseburgers down. Yeah, dude, I feel you. I feel you. I have gained, like, when I became a teacher, I gained a lot of weight because I was just stress eating all the time. And I've since lost like 7 pounds, and I've like tried to keep it off, but it's not staying off. Or like, there's not a whole lot of movement in my day, and I think that's my real problem. It's just I don't go outside and walk a lot. So for me, it's not like put the cheeseburger down. It's like freaking get off your butt, stop sitting at your computer screen all day long. Ah, that's actually a really cool application of that. Yeah, no problem, Allie. No problemo. Alright, gotta give him a gooch. I think that's the actual technical term for it. Might not be. Might not be. Do something like that. First time you lost it, it was easy, but then you gained. You're doing double shifts all the time, so now you're losing it. Age plays a role in it taking longer. Yeah. Yeah, there's no judgment, but I judge myself. Come on, like literally before the stream, I went and grabbed like an oatmeal, like a chocolate chip oatmeal square. It's gluten-free and I can have it, but like this morning I had 2 pieces of toast with Nutella, and then I had a nice lunch. It wasn't too bad. But yeah, I definitely am like, my problem is I need movement, and it's so dang cold, and I'm just so dang lazy that I don't go out often. Alright. Come here, MMA dude butt. What? I should be using Bing. What am I doing? You live by the motto of I'll eat what I want, when I want, how I want, and I'm comfortable with your weight because you're awesome. That, you know what, Army? I wish I had that kind of self-confidence. I wish I did, but I don't. Truth is, I'm never satisfied with like how I look. And I think that has to do with the fact that when I was growing up, my mom was always like, dude, you're fat. Like, because I was fat. That's just the truth. I'm still fat. But like, she would always tell me that. And it just kind of got into my head. So now like I can't accept myself for my size. Plus it's not healthy for me to be this size. So I want to fix that. Come on. Let's get out of here. You don't know if it's confidence, you just don't care what people think of me anymore. Well, you know what? Either way, you get a pretty good... There we go. That's what I wanted. Used it yesterday for your church on OBS. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. Well, you were definitely right about the butt being squarer. Okay. Just a note for all of you guys. I'm sure you know, but when you do when you're looking for an art reference, make sure you put art reference as a part of the search, because otherwise, you're just gonna get a whole bunch of not safe for work stuff. All right, and actually, I think at this point, kind of blocked that out, but I want to join this with the body. So let's go ahead and duplicate this, and we'll put this as the backup. And then I want to make sure I duplicate this as well, just in case I realize that I don't like what we've done here. So we will actually just Boolean expression, so that way we don't lose any detail. You were about to offer a not safe for work artistic nude site for some refs. I'm actually okay. I kind of want to know like if that actually exists. Like don't send me adult content. But if it's actually an artistic nude site, that would actually be probably pretty helpful as I'm learning to sculpt bodies. Bing is pretty good. Bing is pretty good, but then, you know, you just got to deal with all of the excess, which is not great. Not great. Okay. So, Boolean modifier, we want union here, and we want to combine with the butt. Yep, and there we go. Cool. All right, so now that we've joined those things together, let's go ahead and jump in with dynamic topology and make these things actually work well together. All right, so we do need like we're gonna need this right here where it generates the topology and will smooth all of this junk out so that there's not a real crease here. But then we need to apply some more back muscles as well. So I'm gonna beef up this little back muscle area here, just like this. And pull this up, take this out to the outside of the butt. And then smooth all this down. Almost. It's a good square butt. Well, thank you. But I think definitely need to pull that down a little bit. So let's grab this butt. I'm gonna take the butt a little lower. Right about there, maybe. Goodness. What's going on with this butt? With this bootay? It's not what I wanted. Alright, there we go. Yeah, it does look a little flat. It does look a little flat. We'll fix it. There we go. That's actually probably pretty good. At least for a block out. You're thinking about creating 3D sculptures with CNC from 3D models? Yeah, that'd be awesome. You know what I really want? On that topic, Jordan, what I really want to do is figure out how to turn some of these 3D models into like the plastic figurines or enameled figurines or whatever. I'd love to figure out how to do that. I know you can print them out with companies like Shapeways and stuff, but I don't want a print of it. I want it to have like a figurine type feel to it. And I'm not sure what you'd have to do to make that happen. Okay, from far away, that kind of looks good. Something like that. I feel like that's a little too like... I don't know, let's take this muscle out the side. Because I know the butt muscle actually like kind of comes out like this. Basically got to hollow out the body, then cut the limbs into keys. Oh, Derpy, no. What I meant was, are you talking about how to turn the models into those like figurine type stuff? No, I'm good on that. What I'm talking about is like, you know how they have, let me see if I can find them. They're like casts that they'll do. Let me, okay. Let me find one that's like not overly anime. Something like this. This is probably fine. Copy image address. So like they do these. That's a long link, but like that's basically just a cast of the model. So they take the 3D model, they then, I don't know how they like create a 3D print of it or whatnot, or if they have a CNC kind of machine, or maybe they laser print or whatever. But somehow they get all of that and they like cast the plastic and put it all together and do the enamel, and like I don't know how they do that, but I would love to be able to make models like that, and like find a service that if I create something on the channel and I'm like, wow, that's really cool, I really like that, I want to keep working with that, or I want to be able to make that for sale. Like I don't want people to have to go buy a 3D model of it. I'd want, or like a 3D print of it where you're going to see the print lines and they have to paint it themselves. I want to be able to create something like that, or that I put in the link. It's on my other screen. So yeah. But I mean, I know like you gotta get around that by hollowing it out and then like making interlocking pieces and all that jazz, but that's not what I want. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Let's grab the elastic deform brush here, make sure it's still set to scale. It is, and then we're gonna pull this in so that it shrinks down bottom part here. There we go. Something like that. And that's going to go ahead and actually give us a better form for our leg. Actually, that gave us a pretty decent form for our leg. Happy with that. So then we can kind of beef up the inside here. Yeah, no, I don't really want moving parts, but basically you make the you cut the arm off, right? And in its place you model like a ball joint, and then you kind of make it so that you can put those pieces together and then they can move around. And you can do that with a 3D printer depending on how good the 3D print is. Alright, so just adding in this side muscle ab here. Ooh, somebody subscribed. Hakan, thanks for the subscription. Appreciate it. Don't know if you're in the stream or not, but thanks for the subscribe either way. You didn't finish it, but at least he's not awake now. What's the hardest stage for me? The blocking out, the detailing, rigging. Derp, honestly, I think the hardest thing for me right now is blocking out. Rigging is pretty easy. Just in general, because if you're doing a character, Blender has the Rigify add-on, and that makes it ridiculously easy to do. So that's not too bad. And the animation can be a little difficult. Getting good animation is really hard for me, just because I haven't done a whole lot of it. But right now, I think getting the real blocking out and making things look nice is probably the toughest, because once it looks nice, then you're good. You're golden. You can keep working on it. But if it doesn't look good blocked out, if it's not blocked out well, your details are gonna look wrong. So yeah, form is definitely everything. And for a lot of the time, that I've spent sculpting, I hadn't really cared about form, which is dumb. That's so dumb. But I just hadn't. I was just whatever, I'll just make it, it'll be fine. But now I'm really caring about form, and as a result, my models are super improving. Can't polish a turd. I mean, I guess you technically could, but yeah, the sentiment is, why would you? And at the end of the day, no matter how much you polish it, it's still a turd. So oh, that's actually looking pretty good. Let's get in there for this crease. All right, so let's pull these legs down just a bit. There we go. That's just a bit better. I always have a problem getting the legs to the right form of the body. I'm not sure why, but maybe it's because I don't like mark it out or keep the 5-head rule or anything like that. Okay, so Natsu wears these like really long harem style pants. So I don't have to put too much muscle on these legs because we'll just make harem pants for him to wear, and then it'll cover up most of this detail. But I do want to get kind of want to get the size and proportions right, just for like I guess a normal, what I would consider a normal MMA fighter's leg. And then once I have that, that'll probably be good enough. And then we can spend some time working on his calf because he's got some pretty big calf muscles. So yeah, and this Natsu is definitely not going to be used for anything where you would see him without his pants on, so just pulling out these like love handle sections just a bit. He should have them even a little bit. All right, there we go. Smooth that down. It's not a super hard crease. All right, I think that's actually probably pretty good. Pull out that muscle just a bit more. Let's back up a tad. Go ahead and save. That looks good to me as far as like proportion wise. It's probably fine. Why are these pictures so small? Like, there we go. All right. All right, cool. I think that's probably good. Let's go back to object mode here and add in some calf muscles. Well, actually, we probably should add in like a knee, right? So here's our knee section. This will be fine. Something like that. All right, so these are the knees. And I guess we'll just duplicate them. Put it in backups. Hey, Icon Fox, welcome to the stream. How you doing? All right, so now we have our knee section here, and I can actually, since we have a backup, we can delete that version of our knees and go in here for a knee reference. All right. None of these reference images are what I'm looking for. Bing is letting me down. What if I like did a reel? Just provide me with more people. There we go. All right. Oh, that's not the part of the body that I'm looking for. Let's do standing. Pinkbeard the legend. You want to thank me so much for your character tutorial. Well, thank you very much, Chapman. I'm glad you're enjoying the tutorial. The next video will be out on Thursday. Alright, I guess that looks... It's not really providing me what I'm looking for. Alright, I guess that's fine. Alright, into sculpting the knees. I just want to, like, close up on the knee. I don't want to see the rest of your... There we go, I guess. Okay. Alright, so I guess the knee kind of comes out like... Let's do something like this, right? So there's going to be a muscle that kind of comes down. It's going to come in this way. Something like this. And then the muscle will come around the sides. Oh, let's turn on dynamic topology here. And then the calf muscle will come out on that side. But here we go. Somebody subscribed again. Blood Dwarf, thanks for the subscription. Appreciate it. Hope people don't mind that I give shout outs about that. I'm always happy for new followers and subscribers. No Rule, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? All right, so we want to create kind of the kneecap. It's actually not a, it's not a bad knee starting base for the thing. Blood Dwarf, you think it's awesome you do that? Yeah, man. Well, I'm small for now, so I can do that. But yeah, I always appreciate it. I'm glad people like stopping by, and I know I've gotten people in the past that are like, oh, I subscribed, and then he shouted me out, and then I've unsubscribed, and like almost immediately, and that's kind of sad, but whatever. Guess I wasn't the community they were looking for. Okay. So that's kind of the knee. Kind of. Yeah. It comes in here like this, right? Builds up over here. So Blue Dwarf. Oh, it's Blue Dwarf, not Blood Dwarf. Okay, that makes more sense. So Blue Dwarf, what brings you to the stream today? No, I have a problem with my screen. That's not good. That's what I get for eating in my computer. Okay, and then like, yeah, there's gonna be like a little crease in the muscle mass here and here-ish. Not too much. You're actually looking at the difference between local and global scaling, clicked on the video, and then saw that I was live streaming. Well, awesome. I hope that video helped. Hope that video helped. Yeah, we stream here. I try to stream every Tuesday, and then I'm trying to stream on Saturdays as well, but since it's like the one day that I don't have to work, I generally record new tutorials and call it a day. But I'm trying to stream on Saturdays because I'm working on an animation with you guys. And that's the day that I work on it. All right, I think I made the knee portion too big. There we go. That's definitely better. I just had to pull down these muscle groups. Something like that is probably fine. All right, it's time for calf muscles. Yeah, man. Definitely. I look forward to having you in more streams going forward. And if you have any questions or have any suggestions, as you know, you hang out in the stream, you're welcome to voice those questions or suggestions. I'm always looking to learn from you guys and willing to help out where I can. All right, so we're going to create now the calf muscle here. Scale that sucker down. And let's try to make this connect as close as we can to what we've actually got going on here. Oh, those arms are definitely going to need to get pulled down further. Oh well, we knew that when we saw them at the beginning of the stream. Oh, are you going to start streaming Blender? There we go, back that up a little bit. Something like that. Yeah, that's probably good because then at the bottom we'll have the foot and the ankle will come out. But let's jump into sculpt mode real quick on this thing before we connect it. And I definitely want to scale down this bottom piece right here. There we go. That's going to give us a better ankle. Maybe pull it down just a tad. You want to. You just you want to be better in Blender, so you haven't started. But you're thinking about starting later this year. Blue Dwarf, what is your what's your ultimate goal with Blender sculpting? Are you going to sculpt on YouTube? Are you streaming on YouTube? Are you planning on streaming on Twitch? Are you a hobbyist or are you like a real 3D artist? There we go. That's probably a good calf muscle, but I think it needs to come down a bit. There we go. Something like that. All right, cool. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and Boolean these together. Man, I have got to do videos on these modifiers. I know Blender Guru's kind of taken over, but I feel like I need to do those videos. If I kind of taken over, I mean like he's the man for it, but... Wow, these are calves. And we'll put that in the backups. See what's going on with this music. Oh, okay. There was the next one. Skip that song. All right. You want to do is it a job, doing live streams while you're modeling. Blue Dwarf, thanks for subscribing, because eventually I'll be looking for additional Blender artists. So get good, and then eventually you may just be able to do this as a job and live stream your modeling. So we'll see. But that's probably a few years down the line, for me at least. But definitely do it. If that's what you want to do, definitely do it. I don't know what it's like trying to get into the industry as a Blender artist. Other people could probably talk to you about that better than I could, because I'm a software developer, but I too am trying to turn this into a full-time job. Why does that look so good from the back? Because that's where we've spent our time. Pinkbeard, that's where we've spent our time. All right, so we'll just kind of beef up this little section right here. That's fine. Take this muscle down along the back that way. From the front, that doesn't look too bad. Get a male shin from the front. Man, I don't know if these... I don't know if these reference images are really art reference images, or if Bing is just handing me not safe for work references. Let me go back. Okay, so on the outside of our calf, the muscle is basically going to go all the way down here, something like this. Bing is messing with me now, for sure. Bing is definitely messing with me. I'm fairly certain it's not just references. Derpy Derp just got some eggs with ham, not green, for dinner. Always a pleasure to see your process. Well, thanks for hanging out, Derpy Derp. Enjoy your not green eggs and ham. I'll see you next time. Just build up this little section right here. Smooth all that down. That's not bad. Let's check the reference image for Natsu, because Natsu's legs are a little different. Okay, so good thing we checked, because Natsu's muscles are very, very close to his knee for his calf muscles. Either that or that model's just not very good. Still waiting for me to do his super glue hair. Yeah, that'll be a while, Army. That will be a while. Oh, okay. So that's just a weird model then. So his calves are normal. Good to know. Different reference images. Beneficial for sure. All right, if we're looking at this, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with it is the calf muscles are a little short, but I think that's because the thighs are a little long. Nope, I don't know what I just did there. Let's move it. Elastic deform brush. Kind of pull that up. and probably need to smooth out these back muscles here. It's actually not a bad curve, but I feel like there needs to be more muscle mass up a little bit further on his back. Maybe not. Maybe that's good. Okay, I definitely feel better about that now. Huh. I wonder if in the anime, like, his proportions are correct. Because it kind of looks like in the anime his legs are longer than his torso. And I don't know if that's, like, on purpose or if that's just anime proportions getting weird. I'm gonna go with anime proportions getting weird. That's what we're gonna do. All right. All right, doesn't really matter. This spot can look a little weird. I do want the general form because all of this is gonna be hidden by his pants anyways. So it's not a big deal. All right, now for his feet. Full body. There we go. Yeah, his legs are definitely a little longer than his torso. Not sure what that's about, but that's the case. All right, so he wears these like kind of flattened sandals. You know, I don't actually remember if Natsu ever had straps on the back of his feet, on the back of his sandals. So, oh well, it doesn't really matter. Let's get back to work because let's move all this up, and we're going to reposition everything to be slightly higher. There we go. Yeah, I don't mind you asking at all. Like I said, any question that you have is totally acceptable here. I used to teach 3D modeling. So I've been kind of working with Blender for the last 5-6 years, but I haven't really been doing my own stuff for the last 5-6 years. So I think I would say that I've realistically been working with Blender for the last 2 years. on and off as I've been streaming and creating content for the YouTube channel and for my students that I was teaching. So I would say really I've only been doing 3D modeling in general for about 2 years now. But even then I haven't put a whole lot of time into it. It's really just been like a few hours here or there every week when I needed to, for the most part. I'm definitely putting a lot more time in these days, trying to do a little bit of 3D at some point every single day. Like yesterday I was working on like texturing and UV unwrapping. Today I'm sculpting. Tomorrow I'm going to finish texturing the model I was working on yesterday. So I try to do a little bit every day, but it doesn't always work out that way. All right, let's make some shoes here. And I'm just going to move this over. Actually, you know what? Let's jump into edit mode and do that. And we want to mirror across. Nope, I don't want a multi-res. Let's mirror across Natsu. All right, so Japanese sandals. Yeah, that's, I guess that's kind of what I always figured then. Right there. All right, so what we want here is a solidify modifier and then a subdivision surface modifier. Go from there. That's awesome. You've been on and off as well for a few years. Recently got more into it near the end of last year. Cool. What's the coolest thing you've made, Blue Dwarf? You don't have to tell me, but I always like finding out what people are super proud of. What do we mark that as? Sharp. Okay, actually, I guess we'll add in some edge loops like this. And we go ahead and increase the thickness on our solidify modifier to something like that. Honestly, it's not too cool, but you made a bowling scene that you're really happy with. You also made an outdoor scene without any help. Now you're working on a chess scene. That's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, most of the work that I've done has been for like game development. So I've never actually like rendered anything. I've never like, oh, let me create a 3D scene and render it. That was never what I've done. Hey, Sith, welcome to stream, man. How's your day going? Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted right there. Something like that gets us the flatness for our feet. Because as far as I can tell, that's how that works. So it's pretty basic things, but you can tell you're getting better. That's great, man. Oki Moshi, 3D Animators New to Society, just dropped by. Well, thanks very much for dropping by, Oki Moshi. Hope I said that right. I'm doing all right, Sith. I'm doing all right. Just working on Natsu still. Having a good time with it, for the most part. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's bring back Natsu. We're gonna have to put his feet in here, right about there. That's fine. Rotate that slightly outwards because his feet will point slightly outwards, and move it slightly forward. And there we go. Gosh, I'm procrastinating. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm gonna sculpt these feet, but I am procrastinating sculpting these feet because I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. but I guess I got to. All right, so Natsu has one strap that goes across his feet here. So we're gonna put all of these things in here, and let's go ahead and we'll add a plane. And we'll make the strap, so we'll kind of strap that across, move it up, and then forward. And actually, I can, let's do this. Let's do Control L here, and we'll make a vertex group, and we'll call this like shoe base. That's fine. And we'll assign all of those, so we can deselect. And then it'll select those. Awesome. Means we set that up correctly. So then we can set it to solidify only the base, which is great because now we can make the strap, and then it's not gonna have the same solidification. That's not the word. It's not. I don't know if that's a word or not actually, but that's okay. Maybe something like that, I think. And then we have, nope, that's spin duplicates. That's not what we want to do. Was there a warp? I feel like there was a warp tool that I saw somebody working with. Maybe it wasn't. Whatever. Here's what we'll do instead. We will turn on proportional editing, and we will set it to connected only, so that way we are only affecting the things that we are connected to. We can scale those in on the x-axis right about there, and then turn off proportional editing and move this over slightly. And there we go. We have our strap for the feet. What's worse, the yaoi hands or feet? I'm gonna say feet are worse for me. I've gotten better at hands, but I usually just like throw some shoes on them. And so you don't have to worry about toes and everything. So that's what I'm gonna say is feet are probably worse. Okay, so let's turn this to not normal. Let's do local, maybe? No. I messed it all up. Okay, that's fine. Let's do normal. Normal of this face. There we go. And then yeah, we'll make a face one. That's fine. And then Control L, and then we can still adjust it on that face. And there we go. Transformation. I haven't used that ever. That's the first time I've literally ever used that function. I'm glad I did that video like 2 years ago at this point. Otherwise, I would never have known about it. All right, I feel like that's a proper height. For the sandal strap. Crap. Let's remake that face one. All right, and we need a new vertex group for this, so we will create a new one. Call this strap, and then go from there. Okimoshi, you tried drawing off with hands, and try drawing it off with hands, and people get surprised when you do it right, but getting used to it you really need to be patient. Yeah. Drawing hands is different. I cannot draw. I cannot draw at all. That's one of those things that like I need to improve on, because I'd love to be able to do some like 2D animations in Blender and create some videos that are animated stories using Blender for the channel. But like I don't know how to draw at all. So we'll see. All right, cool. Let's create a new solidify modifier here. And let's jump this one up, and we'll change this to be strap only. And then we can adjust this thickness here. That's probably fine, I guess. Let me see Mr. Beard do so from the foot. We'll get there. We'll get there. I want to get the sandal right, because once I get the sandal right, that'll help me determine like the height of the foot and everything. So yeah, that's your goal too. You've been trying to do drawing in the evening to get better. Thinking about drawing in 3D model. Being able to draw and 3D model go really great together. Yeah, especially if you're trying to get into the industry, Blue Dwarf, you're going to want to make sure that you have the ability to. You know what? I actually like that better without the subdivision surface on it. I don't know why. Let's do even thickness. Or not. Oh, welcome back, Jordan. Welcome back. We are just working on... Can we get some inner crease going on here? Oh, wait. I want the rim crease. Maybe not. Grab these two, and then this is still set to face, so I can scale this in on the y-axis here, and that'll be better. There we go. Bruce Rose, welcome to the stream. You love my lessons. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Bruce. Appreciate that. Which one did you like good enough to come in here and tell me that? Oh, what the heck is going on with this? You guys see this weirdness going on here? Let's do this. Let's clean up. Maybe I made a mistake. Nope. Okay, so there's not duplicate vertices on there. Let's grab this one face here and pull this up. What's going on with our solidify mod? What's going on with our modifier stack here? If we get rid of that, it's fine. Oh, okay, maybe I think I see what's going on here. Huh. That's a weird effect. I don't know why. Because like it should not generate the mesh that way, but it's generating the mesh. Oh wait. That's because my thickness was too high. 'Twas too thick. 'Twas the night before thickness. My wife hated that. I'm sorry I subjected all of you to that line too. I just heard an ew from across the house. All right, so it's too thick, and it doesn't like it. Whoa, what's going on here? So the problem is that this, I wonder if, okay, let's do this. Select the base. All right, so the base is selected. That's what we got, that's fine. Strap is selected, also fine. But in our modifier stack, it's doing some weird junk. You know what? That's fine. Here's what we're going to do. Separate that by selection real quick. We'll make it its own thing. No problem. And then we'll come in here and we'll apply the solidify. On this one, we'll apply the solidify and the subdivision surface. And then we can actually, we'll just make the strap on its own. So we will adjust the thickness here. Get rid of that. Something like that, I guess. Scale on the Y. Pull that out a bit. There we go. Maybe just a little bit so that they kind of barely connect there. All right, cool. And then we'll Control J, join them together. So there we go. Now we've got our sandal. Things are good. We shade that smooth. Have a real sandal. Let's turn on the auto smoothing. And there we go. Okay. You know, the way you do the strap looks like a good way to do a starting line / gate in a racing game. Yeah, probably. Blue Dwarf, you have to go. Thanks for hanging out, man. See you next week. If not, I'll see you Saturday, hopefully. So, adios. Have a good night. It's good hanging out. Good talking with you. All right. I think I've procrastinated long enough. Let's do these feet. I hate that I just said that. All right. This will probably be the third time I've ever sculpted a foot. Just throwing that out there. But I think I got it. I think I got this down. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to... these are definitely the shoes. Cool. And I want to put that in the Natsu collection. We'll go ahead and save. All right, so let's add a cube. Put that in there. Scale this up. Something like that. And intersect that basically with the shoe. Oh, we're still on the face. Let's go back to the global. Just remember to put my best foot forward. Get the heck out of here, Sith. Well done. Well done. I love a good pun. I love a good pun. Except when my wife makes it. And then I just feel like she's trying to steal my thunder. And like I can't laugh. Like it's a good pun, but I can't laugh because then it encourages her, you know? But she's been on a roll lately trying to give me like really bad puns. All right, does that make sense as far as how big feet are in proportion to the body? Feet proportion. I don't know. I don't think so. I feel like feet should be the same size as the forearm, right? That's about accurate. I feel like that's a pretty good accurate thing here. So let's do this. Shift S, we'll drop the cursor right there, and then we'll go and we'll fix these arms and pull the arms out a little longer, and then we'll have the size of our feet that we need. That's probably about accurate. Okay, so elastic to form brush. And we are going to just pull down the bicep. I don't really want to affect the rest of the body. I just kind of want to work on the arm. There we go. That's so much better. So much better. Okay. Something like that. That looks significantly more proportional, I feel like. But because that now feels significantly more proportional, now we can use that as our reference size. So let's take this up, move this over. Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's already basically the size. So you sent me some more Discord DMs? All right, well, I'll look at those later. I want to like start in these feet and then hate my life about it. All right, so that's basically the size we want. Maybe a little smaller, but not much. Like that should probably be fine. Go ahead and apply that scale. And then I think it's what is it? Control RG? No. Is it Alt R? There we go. Alt R to get rid of the scaling or on the rotation of the foot. Rotate them out a little bit just to line up with the sandals. That's probably okay. And then let's jump in and sculpt the form of the foot. Something like that. Bring these down. Yeah, and there's going to be where his toes essentially pop out of, and I think that I actually need to move this back a little bit. Something like that is probably fine. Okay, so from the front, we need to go ahead and turn on dynamic topology, and then so I guess we'll go ahead and kind of map out this foot here. All right, so back to object mode. Let's move this over a little bit on the x-axis so we can go ahead and hide those. And then we'll boolean them together. So shoes. Oh no, these are the feet. All right. I didn't want feet pics, but that's what I'm getting. All right, so what we have is we have a pretty strong, pretty strong muscle here that I want to accentuate. Take that down, and then this will help map out all right, and there we go. We have an ankle, the start of an ankle, and then we can have our outside ankle. All right, that actually doesn't look too bad from the back. So you got that nice little Achilles tendon in here. Make sure that's kind of present, and I feel like I should go up a little bit further, something like that. All right, so there we go. We have the basic form of our foot, and then it kind of goes inward a little bit. All right, and let's go ahead and crease in here for the ankle. We need to raise this up a bit. Okay, so I gotta kind of pull away here. Smooth all this out. Alright, so if I'm checking the outside ankle here, we have a crease. Kind of like, there's the ankle. Maybe one day I'll do a tutorial on feet after I've spent a lot more time working on them. I feel like this is a lot better now. Of the ankle. Gonna make that video about how to not do yaoi hands. I already put Army. You missed it. Yeah, it was a part of the making a base mesh. I made a call out for it. I put it in there for you. This actually is turning out pretty good. But now we got to do the toes, and I'm not quite finished with the form of the foot. Let's go ahead and hide these shoes. And I just want to finish up. There's like the mound here, and then it kind of flattens out. All right, let's put some toes on him. Give back those shoes so it'll look better. All right, now for this, I'm gonna be using basically the skin modifier, but where is my, there we go. This basically allows me to do this very, very quickly. So let me do toes. Not the Zac Brown Band song. All right, so toes. Add a skin modifier. Turn off proportional editing. All right, so here we go. We have our big toe, just like this. Let's actually make that one the root. And then we got to subdivide this line. Alright, we'll kind of shrink that in just a little bit. And we kind of have our big toe. Kind of. Not quite there. But then we can duplicate and move it over. Alright, and then duplicate again. Alright, I'm gonna have to get a very creative, very small final toe here. Alright, there we go. We have 5 toes. Each of these definitely need to be like fixed here, but I don't remember who was asking how I was going to do toes. I feel like it was Syseth. But there you go. There you go. You have toes. And then basically now we just shift each individual toe to look more like a real toe. And we're good to go. So for this toe, let's go back here, pull this in so that it fully connects. And actually, let's do this. So we can go ahead and hide the shoes. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we're gonna need to actually, I guess, subdivide both of these lines. There we go. And the toe has a bit more of an ovaloid shape to it. That's probably good. Pull that in. Cool. Yeah, and then we can sculpt that to be a bit better once it's actually like done. All right, now let's look at the next toe here. Do the same thing. We'll subdivide this a couple of times. And so we kind of move that out a bit. All right, cool. I'm gonna hate retopping this. Just throwing that out there. This is gonna suck. Yeah, at least I'm making it, so yeah. But probably it's probably not that long though. Not that much longer, at least. There we go. It's probably okay. And we'll subdivide this one. Move everything over a bit. Scale this one down because that toe needs to be significantly smaller. Then I'm going to start curving these toes in, actually. Not sure why, I just feel like maybe the toe would be curved a little bit. And then we can take all this over like that. Scale this out just a bit. Army, did you end up finishing your friend's short story? Did you get it done in time? All right, so now we got to get the something like that. It's going to give us a much flatter toe shape. That's not a bad toe. It's not done yet, but he's getting there. Thankfully, he's not awake yet. He lives in Portugal, so you have a bit more time. That's good. That's good. I'm glad you were able to get it done. Or at least you will be able to get it done before he wakes up. All right, and you know what? Realistically, these are toes. All right, so let's make a toes collection real quick. And duplicate these and put them all in the toes collection. So that way I can join all of these together. And now that we're joined together, I can add them to our Natsu with a Boolean operator modifier. and hit apply. All right, so that's not perfect. Man, I don't know what the heck's going on with YouTube's analytics right now. Doesn't really matter, I guess. All right, so we just need to finish sculpting these feet. And then we'll have basically our model blocked out, and then we could get back in there with some more detail, and then potentially we're doing a hair stream next week. But we'll see. We'll see. It's called, your short story is called Stay at Home Overload. Oh, you mean, why is YouTube being weird? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, but you know what? At least they're not saying I'm getting copyright claimed in the middle of my streams anymore. That happened the first couple of weeks of quarantine. Your short story is called A Day in the Life of Helheim, a short story birthday present. That's cool. Very nice. All right. Natsu, gonna give you a little thumbnail or a toenail pattern, I guess. Look at that. There we go. Go ahead and smooth out these toes so that we can actually work in between them. And I got a feeling no one's really going to notice this detail here anyways, so kind of do something like that, and that'll be fine. Well, thanks, Sai. I mean, realistically, like, this should go out a little further. It should come out just like that. And then we should get like a toe patch here. But ain't nobody gonna be looking at them toes. Yeah, I noticed the detail, that's what matters. I guess. You know, I've also seen people do like little blobs, just like use the blob brush and kind of pull out toes that way. And that works depending on like how detailed your model plans to be. There we go. That's probably fine. Go ahead and smooth all that down. Yeah, you won't even be able to notice when it's all said and done. And I'm definitely not rigging up all them toes separately. So yeah, this is what I should have done for the, this process is what I definitely should have done for the orc's hand and fingers. Should have put them on there one at a time because I didn't really like how that orc's hand came out. And I'm realizing that more and more as I'm like retopping it and preparing to use it for the upcoming animation. The more I'm like realizing what went wrong with it and how bad I am at retopping things. Let's do, there we go. That's called being an artist. Yeah, I mean, it's more of a, like, I'm just happy I got it done, right? Like, realistically, I'm happy I got it done. And I learned a lot in the process, and that makes it worth it. So, like, I'm not angry at it. It's just more like, oh, man, I've realized just, like, how much further I have to go. So... But overall, I'm good with it. I kind of like how it played out. And on the next one, I'll do better. And that's something I'm trying to like put into this character creation course that we're working on right now. Especially with these facial features, just because like sculpting faces and facial details is difficult. And I've just kind of had to get to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm happy with that. That's good enough. And it doesn't matter. And if it's bad, it's bad. And the next time I will do better on it. And I like keep putting that in the tutorials just so that everybody else will eventually know that. All right, cool. So look, there we go. We got toes. Are they the best toes ever? No. But are they adequate enough? Yes. And our Natsu model is naked. Not cool with that, but whatever, I guess. All right, so there we go. We have our Natsu is basically done, actually. We've sculpted the body. We've got the knees. We've got legs. I kind of want to work on that a little bit more. So, and I'm basically out of time to stream because my wife has a class tonight that she needs the office for. So this is where we're going to stop. Next week, what we'll do is we will finish up these hands. And he does need a hand. He definitely needs a hand. I didn't realize the hands weren't there when I was saying he's basically done. So next week, we're going to finish up the hands. And we're gonna do the hands. And then we will probably start working on the hair. Or we'll just finish up with some more detailed stuff that you're going to see. So next week, we'll get a little bit more detail done. And maybe we'll start working on some clothing or the hair or the hands or something. So it's going to be fun. I enjoyed tonight's stream. I think we got a lot accomplished. Those toes are probably the best toes I've ever done. But I've only done a handful of toes. So it's all good. And yeah, I think this Natsu is going to turn out really, really good. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. And I will see you guys hopefully on Saturday. I will make an announcement in the Discord if I'm going to be streaming on Saturday. If you're not on Discord, stop by, join the Discord. You'll stay up to date and everything. But I'll make an announcement if I'm not streaming. But otherwise, I'm going to try to stream on Saturday because I want to finish up the dragon snail that we were working on. So otherwise, guys, I will see you on Tuesday. So thanks for hanging out, and until next time.